Okay, here we are again. No, it's an indie game because it loads up and nice quick jumps straight to the title screen. Don't gotta wait for all that bullshit with Unreal Engine popping up and every other studio that they farmed it out to popping up. It's all in-house. Although they probably did use some stock stuff because it's just easier than making everything yourself, but I digress. So we'll wait 2.5 minutes. We'll get started. A funny thing actually happened. Yeah, on the way to the forum. A funny thing actually happened earlier today because... So, my second channel, which has all the fancy edits on it... Hang on. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, my second channel that has all the fancy edits on it had 5 videos and 66 subscribers before I uploaded a 6th video earlier today. So then, the channel had 6 videos and 66 subscribers. So then, when I went to promote the new video that I uploaded on the Fancy Edits channel, someone unsubscribed from my Fancy Edits channel because they got superstitious about the number. Like, that's just funny enough to me where I'm not mad about it. It's just hilarious. It's like you look at it and it says 666 and you're like, oh fuck, he's jinxed to hell and back. You just jump into there and unsubscribe as fast as you can, sweating profusely the whole time like, fuck, I hope he's not in the 5th circle yet. Oh man. I think small things amuse me too much, I think. So that's my little preamble for the day. Got like 1 minute left, so won't be long now before I continue to carry out my sentence. Actually, there is something else that I can say about the title screen here, but I'll talk about it probably after the first cycle of rights, because there is something on the title screen here that might be considered a spoiler for the final, like the end part of the first cycle of rights. You wouldn't know it unless you've done it already, but I don't want to talk about it yet just in case it is, you know, so. Excuse me. And apologies if I'm burping more than usual today. I should mention that part too while I'm doing preamble here. Because I have a bit of an air bubble trapped in my throat. It's not trapped, it's just kind of lurching up and down. I need to drink some carbonated drink in order to get it out, but I can't drink carbonated drink while streaming because it'll probably upset my stomach. So I will wait until the stream is over and then I'll take care of it. In the meantime, it's water all the way down. But that might be proverbially water under the bridge, because we'll get started. Then I won't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it, I got it. Alright, let's load up. You know, I probably should have saved some of the preamble now that I'm thinking about it, because I said like 3 separate lines of thought in the past 6 minutes since we went live, and now I got nothing to say here. You'd think I'd be past this point in my amateurish streaming career, considering how long I've been doing it, but oh well. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pyre, the stream edition. Last time, we began our adventure by breaking our legs on the way down to hell. But it's okay because they rescued me, and now we're all trying to band together to search for freedom and salvation. And in order to get there, our travels will take us to the north, So that's where we're going. Let's do it. What's going on, Hedwyn and Jodariel and Tariq? What kind of a journey? Yeah, what'd I miss? Some work to do? Okay. You sure you want to go working around in a fetid, plague-infested swamp? That doesn't exactly sound like a good time, but at least Tariq knows a relatively safe route down to the Flagging Cans, at the very least, so... Ideally, that will make our trip a little bit smoother as we go into this place. God, it looks so fucking radioactive. Good job, Gen Z. Oh, good. Most other places it would be continue your journey or prep for the rites, and now the option is consider how to proceed. Fun. Anything new in here? No, and if there's anything new, it'll sparkle when it first shows up, so then you can hover over it and it'll stop sparkling. But I don't think so. I'm just going to double check and see where everybody's at in terms of their experience counts. I want to try to keep everyone as close to even as possible, which means, well, I probably should have Hedwyn go in and Jodariel sit the next one out, because she's been in, like, most of the rites so far. Actually, you can even check how many rites they've been in if you go over here. Yeah, see in the top right corner there, it says rites conducted. So, like, Jodariel's been in all 3 so far. So Hedwyn definitely needs to go in and get some experience moving for himself, get that inspiration work done, this section here, next to rank 3. Because it'll probably get him to rank 3, all things considered. How close are you, anyway? 250. Okay, so you're not too far. Ruki, he's going to take a little bit to get there, but that's okay. And then Jay and Tizo, they're working their way up. I mean, these 3 are really the main ones that I'd want to work on at the moment, but Hedwyn I should also have come in because he's been there since the beginning and he's only been in 1 raid, so yeah. Going to try to keep everybody as even as I can, so we'll see what happens. We still got to get there, though, so let's see how we can get there, shall we? Yeah, I can see that. It's like smell-o-vision practically over here. I'm guessing that's our destination, the Pit of Millith. Actually, we know that because it was shown to us in the little vision with the stars before. And the Pit of Millith is a fetid den in which the witch Millith sealed the physical form of that guy. See, the thing about it is that it's like... It's a name that they don't speak out loud in the Pyre world, that astral born down there. But honestly, I feel like I'd just butcher his name if I spoke it. That's why I'm not saying it. It's not even a matter of just sticking to the lore of the game, where it's like, oh, I can't say that, but it's like, how the fuck? What could qualify as a coast around here in this toxic place? Okay, hang on, Tariq. I will. You guys figure out what we're doing. I'll go see what Tariq's up to. We have a new adornment. Oh, it's from sandalwood? A Beyonder crystal, huh? It's an ancient artifact connected to the rites. Should the reader manage in your eyes, present the crystal only then. A message to the lone minstrel, probably from the sandalwood guy. So what does this do, Tariq? Yeah, well, I kind of figured that. Oh, okay. So, like, even though we don't have a lot of time to practice necessarily, I can use this to practice? Interesting. Henceforth, you may use the Beyonder Crystal. It is calling you. That's ominous. Let's see who's calling. The Beyonder Crystal not only seeks me, but it also seeks Ruki. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Okay. Starting to feel a little sick again. Oh, okay. Hi. Have I seen you before? I feel like we've met already. Thank you? I guess so, yeah, in some manner of speaking. I am the reader. I love how I've already taken that title on. So this is Sandra of the Beyonders. She is a wraith expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal and bound to serve the rites. That sucks. Her full name is Sandra the Unseeing, and you can probably tell why. We'll get into that. Yeah, I thought you felt a little familiar. So you were the one that was in the tutorial, right, that we took on with the voice man. Described within the book, the voice calls to you during the rites and reminds you of your exile. All right, then. I mean, if that's what he wants to do is lord over me. I don't like it, but I'll just prove him wrong. Okay, what do you got to do, Sandra? Okay, sure. I mean, if your reputation precedes you, then yeah, I can imagine you know the rites better than anyone. So Sandra's main function in the game, besides allowing you to take on practice rites so that you can try out strategies and stuff, is to offer scribe trials. Sandra's series of special challenges, custom tailored for each of your fellow exiles. And she's right when she says it'll be worth their while. In the vast majority of cases, a scribe trial can allow your companions to get a unique talisman for them that's really, really good. Not all of them are, but some of them are far better than anything else they can equip. So, and like I just said, the Beyonders, a spectral triumvirate banished for eternity and trapped within the rites, led by Sandra, are available for practice rites, which are no-strings training competitions between your fellow exiles and Sandra's Beyonders. You don't earn any experience, but, again, if you want to test out a strategy, if you're not comfortable with a character and you want to get more comfortable with them, you can use them. And, of course, there's also the talk option, because this wouldn't be a visual novel without it, so, you know. Fair enough. If you're stuck in here for eternity, I might as well make it worth your while. So before we get into the scribe trial, let's see what's on your mind. Yeah, I imagine it gets kind of very boring in here. I don't think you have to, I don't think I have to tell you that. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, you guys worked somewhat okay together, considering it was a tutorial fight before. What's that? Oh. Okay then, yeah, that would make sense. Sorry, I hate to laugh at your expense. But yeah, I get that. It's kind of like a... See, I can't really say because I can't live for eternity, so I wouldn't really know. But, you know, sometimes friends grow distant from one another even if they're close before, so... Well, Sandra, I just met you, so you're not wearing out your welcome with me anytime soon. Okay, sounds like a plan. Actually, I heard the crystal was calling one of my friends already, so let's see if you can help them out. Sure, let's call it that, but please don't beat up my dog. He's done nothing wrong. Let's see who will brave Sandra's scribe trials. Well, we already know. Crystal already said it. And if you try anybody else, they're ineligible at the moment for Sandra's scribe trials, so yeah. Before we do this, I think I'm going to take the Moon Crest and give it to Ruki, because basically what's about to happen is he's going to go into a solo battle against 3 other people. So, excuse me, not that he's really going to be defending all that much, but if I have a chance to come back immediately from the Moon Crest, I'll take it. It's probably one of the best pieces of equipment for the scribe trials, just because of what it does, so. Okay, here we go. Ruki, get in here. A litany of reservations. Well, let's see if any of them are true. Hey, buddy. Well, I got a bad feeling about this, and in about 2 seconds, you will too. Oh, here we go again. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, they tend to deal less damage to the opposing Pyre unless you take Glory Dive, which I already did. Okay, so you get your normal 100. If you equip the Ashen Coal, you get the additional ones from that too. They only have 50, but Ruki only deals 15 or 20 normally, so yeah. No trick I'm playing, trick that she's playing. Oh boy. Sure does. Okay. I got your back, Ruki. Let's see what we can do. Oh, 3 demons. Fantastic. Oh god. Run! Quickly! Oh god. Alright. Nope, that's not gonna work. Right, come back. Oh my god. Well, that's not a good start. See, he dashed forward, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not the best start, but I'll take it. So demons, as you can see, are slow-moving. So you can kind of get around them a little bit, but if they dash forward immediately, it kind of doesn't work out too well. But, you know. I'm going to try to draw them out a little bit if I can by bringing them over here, and then before they can dash into me, I can go here and die. It's okay. Nope. You ain't going nowhere, fool. Okay, okay, okay. Run with it. There, got it. One more, and then Rookie will have passed the first scribe trial. Just gonna take this real quick. Hope you don't mind. Come on, guys. I'm gonna need one of you to get away from the pyre. I mean, I can probably get to it without them getting away from it like that, but you know. Just try to draw them out a little bit so Rookie can get in. Noxalis. Hey, Inglonius. There we go. Sorry, had to look at that one a couple of times. Welcome to the stream. I did meet the drill sergeant. Yes, she is administering scribe trials now. So we started this on Monday, so this is the second episode. And Cephiko's here as well. Welcome back. Just a little doggy versus the Space Jam villain team. Yeah, it's a good thing I had a handicap. That is how we do it. Good job, Rookie. Well, yeah, I mean, he needed a little bit of cheering on, I think, so. Good work, Rookie. Now let's see what we get as a prize. Ain't no rules saying a dog can't play rights ball or an imp. It's open to everybody, so. It's just when they stack the odds against me by throwing 3 demons at him. I mean, it wasn't really stacking the odds against me because Rookie can literally run circles around them, but, you know. Well, I can imagine that. She's basically a wraith, so... Oh, when did this get here? And for completing Rookie's scribe trial, we get a legendary talisman, Jomuir's Fang. I kind of like this one, actually, at least for the first little while for Rookie. It kind of turns him into a bit of a sniper rifle, actually, because his aura lingers on the ground for twice as long when you cast now. So sometimes you can cast a line, and then the enemy will just sort of throw themselves at it because they expect it to be gone, but it's not. So, but yeah, it's all these legendary ones you get from the scribe trials are only usable by the party member that took on the trial. So. And the text for this one says, gnashing his teeth and howling as with joy, the brazen Alpha Chief threw himself at danger. And then he got stuck because the aura lingered too long. But that's okay. At least it means that his Fang will assist us in the near future. So yeah, we'll just, I'll stick this over here for now. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, but I can give you this for now at the very least. So yeah, if you want to build Rookie to be an attacker, which I'm kind of going to be doing with Explosive Temper. So here's what I'm planning on doing. So he's got Jomuir's Fang, which will allow his aura to stick on the ground longer. When an enemy hits it, if they're near their foes, they explode, basically, and then it can banish friends that are near them. So basically, he can run really quickly, so have him dash up really quickly, shoot something at them, and then they all explode right next to the right, not the right, but right next to the pyre, and we go from there. Will it work? I don't know. We're going to find out. But in the meantime, let's continue in the pit. I'm already getting sick just looking at this place. Yeah, I can imagine everyone's feeling a little bit miserable from being in this place. Look at this place. Most of your fellow exiles, except for Tizo, lost -1 hope for the next right. We will suffer alongside them. Tizo's okay, by the way, because he's native to the downside. Like, this is where he comes from, so this doesn't bother him, which makes him pretty good for the next right, because he won't be as hopeless as the rest of us. So, yeah, explode Rutro Rookie. Yeah, they're about to say Rutro when he walks up on them now. He's not quite a walking bomb like Tizo's gonna be, but we'll get there. I'm not sure it will, Tariq. I'm pretty sure if we stick around, everyone's just gonna be miserable. Yeah. So, So yeah, now we have a choice on our way to the Pit of Millith. We could go to Cold Moat, because we can get a valuable item if we take a job there. We go to Fallow Field, and we can improve a talisman if we take a job there. This one might actually be worthwhile, but honestly, I want to get out of here as badly as everybody else, so let's go through Plaguemont, shall we? I do not want to be here any longer than I have to be. Good. We're almost there. Don't worry about giving up opportunities to earn more soul along the way. We will get plenty of soul. It's fine. We'll be okay. Your companions held on to what hope they had. Good. Not that hope really makes a huge difference, but, you know. This place is disgusting, so why would I want to stick around? And we are here, and we've lingered as little as necessary. Fantastic. So yeah, everybody's got -1 hope except Tizo, but that's okay. It should be fine. Alright, let's go see who's waiting for me. Joe Dario's waiting for me. There's a new page as well, so let's see what you got. What's up, Captain? Do we know you're a captain yet? She was a captain. We're about to find out, probably. Yeah, I try to do that before each write, just to make sure that everybody's on the up and up. I mean, especially here. So, what's up? Can I be brutally honest with you? Because, I mean, at first impression, you do seem a bit intense, but... And you probably could snap me like a twig at any point, especially since the Commonwealth kind of did half of the work for you, since my legs are still broken, but... I mean, now that I know who you are, I don't feel like you would do that to me. Would you? Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you're with us because, well, I'd hate to be on the opposing end of this because I've seen you work in the rights, and it's kind of intimidating. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not how this is going to work, considering we're going to be basically chumming it up for the rest of this adventure, and that doesn't mean that I'll fear you. Unless she knows something that I don't. Okay, now you're just stomping for effect. That's kind of funny. Anyway, now Joe Dario gained +1 hope for the next right. It's too bad I probably won't use her in it, but, you know. If you want to use her, she just basically took care of the little problem with hope that we had from sticking around in the swamp. Alright, we got a new page, The Empire's Collapse. Let me take a drink before I read this, since I haven't drank since the beginning of the stream. Alright, let's see what Gull has for us this time. It was not long before the Empire began to crumble. Well, yeah, I mean, the Emperor's gone. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope caller stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solium Mur. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek him out. Something tells me they don't know what they're getting themselves into, but sure, why not? I don't think Sandra has anything new to say at the moment. I guess I can check. There's nothing new in the common room to be had, so... Great, now she's dejected because you aren't terrified of her. Visual novel catch-22s. Actually, in this particular case, it's the same thing as with Ruki and his mustache before. As long as you answer one of the top 2 options, she gains a net positive out of the conversation. It's when you say nothing, that's when she gets pissy and she loses more hope. So, yeah. Oh, you do have something on your mind. All right, Sandra, lay it on me. What's up? Excuse me. We are, and sloshing is a very good word for it. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get accustomed to the smell outside. Good, they should. Okay, fair enough. Actually, I think I'm good. I don't need to take scribe trial, and I don't think we need to practice. I think we'll be okay. Thanks, though, Sandra. Alright then. So, let's go see what's going on at the slug market. He's probably got some stuff for me to buy. Not that I have the soul to actually buy anything, but, you know. Yeah, fair enough, Ron. What you got? Okay, a couple new things. A Faith Stone gives extra hope. Scribe Brock gives extra presence. This one might be okay for Jodario, because her presence is already enormous, but I kind of like the Ashen Coal on her more than this one, so maybe if we find another defensive player later on, I'll switch over to the Scribe Brock, but yeah, for now it's not really something necessary. The Stardust would be nice to get, but I don't know if we have anything that we can use to actually get that Stardust at the moment, because we didn't take on any jobs, so I'm trying to think if I need any of this stuff. See, I already bought like the Kerfang, and I already bought the Ashen Coal, which is probably why I don't have as much soul as I usually do. I mean, if you really need to, you could always give one of the legendary talismans over if you're not planning on using it, but I'm planning on using Jamuir's Fang for a little while at the very least, so I will, I guess I'll just leave the Stardust for now. Sorry, Ron, we have 1 coin in our pockets, so we'll see if we can get you some more money next time. Alright, and that takes care of that. Hey, Lifeblood, how's it going? Welcome back. Check your updated autopsy report, because you ain't dead. You are alive and back. That's good! I'll put it in the court report, so that Phoenix Wright doesn't get confused. 10 points to everyone who gets that reference. I don't, but there you go. You get 10 points just for lingering around every few minutes, but it's an Edgeworth reference. Okay, so I was kind of on the mark with the Phoenix Wright thing. I just got the wrong character. Fair enough. Let's commence the rite. Yeah, that is a fair point, but... Uh-oh. What's up, Tizo? Very concerned by something in the vicinity. Dare I ask what it is? Tizo, don't leave me alone here. I'm very scared. Good question? Oh, okay. Yeah, probably a good idea, because I don't know what it is, but you're building it up, so let's run and hide. That's not good, but I should probably try to keep my mouth shut so they don't hear me. Okay, I'm going to break my silence, first of all because it looks like she's already seen me, and second of all because I have to ask, who gave the witch trap music? Like, what the fuck? Like, again, the soundtrack in this game is so fucking magical because you never know what's around the next corner. All of a sudden, it's just something random will happen and there'll just be death metal, or there'll just be trap music. Like, Darren Korb and Ashley Barrett, I don't know what you were smoking when you made this game, but I want some of it. Also, did you just speak the Astroborn's name aloud? I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. A bog crone. Serpentine creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs. Widely feared, probably for a good reason. Though formerly part of the Commonwealth, the bog crones tend to keep to themselves. Yeah, Mono, run? How bad could it possibly be? To be fair, I'm not exactly running, I'm kind of lightly hobbling. Maybe Headwind pulled my arm over his shoulder so he could drag me to the hiding place, because my legs are still broken. Not in real life, in the game, for anyone who just tuned in. Is this a party of demons going against the evil humans or what? So there's like a whole bunch of different people here. So Headwind's like a human, the closest thing to a human. Jay is also human-like, though she's in a different race. Tizo's an imp, Jodario's a demon, and Ruki is a cur, which is a dog person. That was a bog crone that we just saw. There's a whole bunch of different races in the game that are all humanoid. So. And that's a minstrel. We don't know what his race is yet because he doesn't have a roster bio. So, and that was Witch Umild, or Udmild? I usually just say Umild, like the D is silent, but it's probably incorrect. She's an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for the Astroborn monstrosity. Great, and I'm guessing that her triumvirate of bog dwellers is also obsessed with him, compelled by sinister forces rather than by freedom. That's not good. I agree, Tizo. No love whatsoever. Headwind looks like a Roy from Fire Emblem. It's a good thing he's far more useful than Roy is. They were smoking that green stuff in the back, man. Yeah, something like that. Had to have been. Yeah, I don't want to end up on the wrong end of a curse, so... Sounds like Hedwyn's braving the depths of this pit, though, so I guess he's going into the next right, as is Tizo. And then we'll just figure out who else is going. Poor Roy, overshadowed by Lynn. And Hector. And a little bit of his own father. I don't know, I haven't played FE7 to know if Elliewood's any good, but I know that Lynn and Hector are better.
Why, you made it, reader.
Oh, hi, Voice Man. I was just talking about Fire Emblem.
To the detestable pit of Mileith.
I did, yes.
In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn.
Better them than whatever the fuck Eldritch Abomination was in the background just now.
Big plans in store, should she prevail in all this.
Uh-huh.
Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat.
As you do.
But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Well, that's different. I don't know how to feel about this newfound confidence you're giving me, Voice Man. Look in a mirror, you also have a small flame. It's the same size as ours. Oh boy, she said it aloud again. The Astroborn is a monstrosity described in myths and ballads, thought slain by the 8 scribes. But even in death, the Astroborn yet feeds upon our world, unsated by its own. A quote from the scribe, Luce Galorian. That guy was pretty smart, so, that's not good. Uh-oh, Rookie. The confidence boost from the scribe trial, I wouldn't mess with her. Oh, God. Rookie, maybe don't say the name of the Astroborn out loud. You might encourage him. Oh, boy. Please don't beat up my dog. I'm very protective of him, even though I can't protect him at the moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now that's a face only a mother could love. Okay. Bye. Yeah, soup is right. We're in the soup now, Rookie, and I think you got us there. Alright, let's see how bad this goes. Okay, so, who's gonna go where here? So, Jodario, you've got your hope back, but I'm gonna let you sit up because you've conducted the most rites so far. Hedwyn, I think you're coming with us. I might give you the Ashen Coal. Who's gonna be attacking here? Well, who's gonna be scoring, really, is the question. I guess I'll probably have Hedwyn be scoring, so, hang on, let's do this and that. And then we'll take Hedwyn, Rookie, and Tizo. How about that? So let's give Tizo the Ashen Coal. Don't want him in the middle. I mean, he can zip around and get to stuff, especially now that he can go a little faster, but I don't know, I might kind of want Rookie in the middle, honestly, because then he can sniper rifle the shit out of them faster. Or at the very least, just get the ball quicker. Nah, you know what? I'll stick Tizo in the middle.
Tizo.
And then Hedwyn and Rookie. Stick Hedwyn up here.
Hedwyn.
Because Rookie can run down the bottom of the whole thing and kind of just make a beeline, I think. So.
Rookie.
Too late now, if not, but, you know. I kind of hope not, but if she does, run. Sure, whatever you say. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go right in the middle, that's fine. Tizo, go for a run.
Commence.
Let's see what you got. That's fine. So, the gist of this place is the green stuff on the side is not poisonous, but you bounce off of it if you run into it, so maybe don't do that. Oh god. Or don't do that as much, anyway. So, let's give it over to Tizo. Let him do a little flying. Oh god. I didn't have enough stamina. Nope. And also, you know what, Hedwyn, just run it in. There we go. Let's not mess around too much here. Now, the crones, they have a fan pattern when they use their aura, which allows them to blast a very wide area of effect. They also jump like that, and, oh god. Their jump is very quick, that's the point, and it makes it a little difficult sometimes to deal with, but that's okay. We'll make it work, I think. Don't bounce off. Oh, Rookie's here. Good. Rookie, run! Maybe don't run as much now. There we go. Ah! I was gonna jump, but I hit it just a little too late. That's okay. Come back, Tizo. Get out of here. What do you think you're trying to pull here? Run, Rookie, run. There we go. And take it in. Good. Perfect. Working out. So this bouncy stuff, is that his blood, or is it something far worse? What do you got up your sleeves now? Oh. Good. So another reason why Tizo's good here, he can fly over these pits rather easily. So, okay. Well, that was a play. I didn't know what the hell you were up to, but it worked, so.
Their aim was true, and thus your Pyre waned.
Evil, violent basketball? Yeah, that's about right, actually.
Now take it.
I'm trying. I don't know if it's gonna work, but there we go. Oh god, run, Rookie, run! I'll take it. I won't take it, because poison. And, whoop, okay. I bounced off. Whoa! That was a little close. For comfort. Tizo, why don't you fly over here and let our friends handle it? Oh, got her. Good. Run quick, Hedwyn, run! Oh god. Run quicker. Never mind. Don't run quicker. Alright, this is actual poison, so we gotta deal with that appropriately. Stop jumping. Okay. I was about to say, how the hell did she manage that one? Oh god. Tizo, take it! There we go. Alright, I don't think we can finish it this round. I think she'd be at 1 at the most, so. Alright, run quick. I can't believe I almost got in there. I didn't think that was gonna work. Alright, so now we play a little defense for a minute. Hang on. Oh god, oh god. Okay, nope. Damn it. Couldn't quite get the jump off. Again, sometimes it's like a pixel off when I get the jump going. I can't quite. Whoa. Okay. Sure. That'll work. It was a little silly, but that'll work. Wow. Okay, Tizo, just get out of there. It's fine. Even if we don't have the ball, we can play defense. Or not. Because they decided to play defense instead of picking the ball up. Alright, then.
Stand not in glory's path.
Get the stamina back and go, Hedwyn, go! Very good.
The Nightwings once again prevail.
Noxalis. Fantastic work, everybody. They scored on us, but that's okay. There's no bonus to experience for getting a perfect, so don't worry about that part. Today's basketball court, my acid reflux stomach. Yeah, pretty much. Got to get something in there to prevent that or lower it at the very least. Yeah, use the eject shot and finish it. I unfortunately don't have the eject shot yet. We got to go on the ship first. Good work, everybody. And Tizo, yeah, the courage part was good. You did good. You didn't? I mean, there's a lot of people down here, Hedwyn, of all different kinds. Maybe don't encourage her to put a curse on us, though, Rookie. I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean my blood, then you're going to have to catch me first, Hedwyn. And if you mean your blood, well, that's just gross. Sure. I'll believe you when I see it.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Look at that. 1,000 experience for Hedwyn due to his inspiration. So yeah, inspiration is very nice to have. It makes it so that you can level up quite easily, even though you may not have conducted a rite recently, so. Must be, because I don't know where we're getting all this from otherwise, unless we're just standing shoulder to shoulder with one another. Alright, what do we want for Hedwyn's second one? Moon formation sounds really good, because we move with and past the orb more quickly. Like, that's disgusting. Like, that's gonna get us a lot of good stuff, so. What's with mask and no mask? So you wear the masks as a part of the raiments, which are these red and blue robes that they have. It's basically because the rite that we just did, the basketball game, is a sacred ritual, and in the book that tells you all the rules about the rites, they tell you to wear these robes and also the masks. So I think it's supposed to be basically that you're all equals on the right field or something to that effect, but I don't think we quite have the page yet that describes that in the book, so... Basketball realm requires masks. COVID regulations. Yeah, something like that could be too. What's this one? See, I don't really find myself running in the same direction as where my allies fell, because usually the enemy is right there, so I'm not sure about Sacred Bond. Moon formation sounds good though, so let's do that. Excuse me.
A flash of inspiration for next time.
We will use it the next time Jodariel goes in. But in the meantime, yeah, we're working our way up. Slow but sure.
Until the stars.
Yeah, all the enemies will wear masks as well, yep, because they also follow the rules of the rites, yep. So, they're not so much enemies as they are just a different team, but we all kind of are going for the same end goal, which is freedom from this hellish prison that we find ourselves in. Beautiful place, but hellish all the same. So... yeah, I suppose it could have been an ordeal. I mean, we were bouncing around like crazy, so... good question. I also concur. I'd like to think we've all had enough of her hospitality. Forever. So that means we'll probably be looking further north, then. Oh. Yeah, I suppose if there's an ocean between us and the next right, that might be a little bit of a problem. Or... rather than an ocean, a sea of solace, an impossible oceanic expanse pockmarked by crude little islets. Attempts to sail across the drowned sea do not usually turn out so well. Great, and we don't exactly have a boat. What's up, Tizo? You know something we don't. Of course he does. He's been here longer than the rest of us. Okay, sure. It's probably the stars, but hey, there might be something else. Let's go see what Tizo's up to. Oh, and Jay's here as well. And Tariq. Oh, yeah, I suppose I'm the one with the book that says I have to read the stars, so... what's up? Oh, well that's good, because I thought we were just going to be stuck in the fog the whole time. Let's see where we're going next! Okay, so this is where we are, the Bog Star. So if it's further north, like Headwind said, yeah, this is the closest star that's shining brightly. So, Orez, the Azure Star. The ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Solace. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, well that looks gruesome. Is that a hammer sticking out of his head? Jesus. Not that he had a head left, but, you know. And how... do you suppose I'm gonna get there, stars? No. I wish I was. I mean, I am the joking type, or I try to be, but yeah, we can't really argue with the stars. I mean, to be fair, out of all of us, Rookie, you'd probably be the fastest swimmer. And again, I haven't seen anybody else swim, so... what's up, Tariq? You know something. Oh. So did he get us a boat, or maybe he has a boat at Big Bertrude's, a small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. All sorts of contraband used to come through here, some of it fatal if touched or inhaled. You want me to go where now? Alright, well, just don't touch anything when we're in there, everybody, or else you won't be going to the next right. Alright, who wants to talk to me? Oh, Tariq. What's up, big guy? And what's that? Sure, I got a minute. Why not? I'll hear you out. You know more than most of us here, so I'm all ears. Oh, okay. So is that what Sandalwood told you, or... She did, yes. Well, that's understandable. They wouldn't even say the word up in the Commonwealth up there, although I'm not sure if they knew what the Astralborn was out there. They said it was in myths and ballads, so it's probably a known name. Oh, well, that's just great. I mean, it used to have Titans in it, didn't it? So I could believe it. Yeah, the Greater Titans, and the Astralborn was the eldest and most fearsome. So the Greater Titans, we've heard a little bit about. Gul slayed one, Ha'ub slayed one, but they were colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. The scribes together slew them one by one, and through this, forged their bonds. Cool. I'm glad they did it, because we sure as hell don't have any weapons. Unless Tariq's loot there. I mean, it looks like it could double as an axe practically, but, you know. I mean, what was that one guy from Dexter's Lab that basically used a guitar as a weapon? He'd agree with me, but, you know. Oh, that's why the book feels like no leather I've ever seen before. Yeah, so when they killed the Astralborn, they took his skin off and then bound every book of rites out there with his skin. Gross. Not inaccurate to book hiding, but still gross. Uh-huh. Is this something I'm going to have to worry about later, Tariq? Are you telling me this is going to be the final boss? Is that what we're going here? Yeah. You'll forgive me if I don't feel any kinship with this guy. Okay, so it's not going to be the final boss because it's going to take a long time for him to come back. Maybe. Unless something really bad happens. I will see what I can find in there. Again, it's still mostly written in invisible ink, but I'm sure it'll reveal itself in time. Alright, Tariq, thanks for the info. Chilling though it may be. Sandra, do you know anything about this? Nope, nothing on her mind. Alright then. So I think that's it for now. Let's continue on our journey. We'll go to Big Bertrude's and we'll see what plans Sandalwood has for us. And we'll see if we can pursue the stars across the sea from here. I want to jump over one of those holes, though. Nice, nice jump. 500 points. Cha-ching. Foreshadowing, if ever I saw it, yeah. It's not really. They're kind of heavy-handed with it, aren't they? Whoops. Alright. So, apparently they're inside of this skull rock formation thing. Ain't nobody want to talk to me at the moment. Probably because they want to get out of here as badly as I do, so let's go see if we can find Big Bertrude. I think I found someone. I don't know if that's Big Bertrude, but someone. But yeah, this is where a lot of the bog crones in the pit go. They kind of all flock here. It's like a town, basically. As close as you can get to a town in a place like this, anyway. So. Apparently, all of them know Sandalwood, so that's interesting. Okay, I think I found the boss. Good. Do you know where the Sandalwood guy is, Tariq? So this is Big Bertrude. She is a bog dweller, once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorcerous work. I thought the name kind of sounded a little familiar. She's, a bit notorious, as it turns out. I mean, it sounded familiar because I've played this game before, but in character. I suppose his reputation precedes himself. Are we like traveling mercenaries? Kind of. So we all basically committed a crime, quote unquote, that was punishable not necessarily by death in the upper world, but instead of just putting people to death in the upper world, when you commit a crime bad enough, they throw you down here into essentially hell, and you serve a life sentence down here. It's basically like putting you to death, but you live until you find out that this place is a festering wasteland of nothingness, and then slowly shrivel up and die. So we're all kind of banding together now to try to leave this place, because there's a rumor going around that you can leave this place somehow. We don't know how yet, but we'll get there. It has something to do with the rights. That's all we know at the moment. And we also have this sandalwood guy who is basically guiding our steps as we move along. We don't know much about him yet either. So. And apparently Tariq doesn't either, because he's been away for a while. Okay, so apparently we have to get to this Waking Wood place before we'll have any chance of seeing the Sandalwood guy. And the Waking Wood is a labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around in it, probably because most of them couldn't get there because they couldn't get past the sea. The path to the sacred Mount Elodiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. Great, we get across the entire ocean only to find Rost Forest from Super Mario RPG. Fun. Yeah, we kind of can't get across the sea, so... help? Do you have a boat? Looks like we're escaping quite easily. Yeah, so far the people in the rights haven't really put up much of a resistance yet, have they? It gets harder later, but a lot of the first cycle is basically like an extended tutorial, so... Oh. Okay, sure. Do you have a hotel room we could stay in, or... I mean, it is our only method of conveyance here. Okay. I would suppose so, considering, like, this isn't, you wouldn't do this for someone who's not paying you, right? Oh, he's paying you in something other than soul. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I'd have that kind of a heart, Tariq, but sure. I suppose we don't have a choice, do we, Hedwin? Alright then. So while they're busy doing whatever they're doing to our literal van, we get to do some vocation work. So who am I going to inspire this time? Well, let's go find out, because that's the one I'm going to do. I'm not going to bother with the other ones until I no longer need to tutor people. Once I have tutored them enough, maybe I'll work on getting them the global quickness bonus from that top option. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. If we... mentor Jodariel, she'll still have her inspiration, and she'll be at rank 3. Which isn't a bad idea. Mentor Ruki, he'd get there too. I don't know, I kind of want to mentor Jay because she hasn't done a ton at the moment in terms of conducting the rites. Like, she's done 2 rites, but she's kind of behind compared to everybody else. So I think I might mentor her. Well, that's okay, Jay. The more that you have to learn, the better off we'll be. So let's see what we can teach you. Yeah, getting banished kind of sucks. So here's some ways that maybe you can work around it, like don't get hit. I mean, that's on my end, but you know. I can understand it doesn't look like a very fun experience. Alright, so she's not quite a rank 3 yet, but she is up closer to where everybody else is now. She's actually higher up than Tizo, so that's good. She'll be in good shape for a little while. Alright, on we go. So, Tariq, what did they do to my caravan? I say it like it's mine, it's not. Okay. Let's go see what's inside the wagon. Did they take my adornments? Boy, I hope not. No, actually they gave us more. Like, quite a few more. They also tidied up a bit in here, and there's a fish tank? Or 2? So did they make this thing seaworthy? I mean, they gave me a nautical bell, I would imagine. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. You do that. So it's gonna turn into a transformer now? Oh, hi. I will see if he's keen to give you any money for this. That is a fair point. I mean, she's running a business here, though, Hedwin. Can she really afford to take it on the road? No. Alright. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they knew that she was paid in favors by this Sandalwood guy, her business would kind of not be in good shape. So. Oh, okay. Wait, if you knew the navigational controls, did the wagon have this before and it just didn't have this stuff? Like, how did we lose it? Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Questions for later when we see Sandalwood. That's fair, Jay. I would teach you, but my legs are still broken, so... Good. I'm glad everybody, except for Jodario, feels good about going out to sea, because I enjoy going out to sea, so let's go set sail, shall we? See, look at that. There's even an exclamation point in my little thing there, so that means I've got some enthusiasm. So let's see where that enthusiasm takes us, shall we? You dare to fuck with a witch? Yeah, no extra party members, not this time. Would have brought our merry band up to 6, but, I mean, we don't need an extra party member at the moment. We've got a boat! Yeah, guys, I'm not seeing deep blue sea like I was hoping I would out here. I suppose we have to get further from the pit for that to happen. So now we're in the Worm Gulf. The tempestuous Sea of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here because apparently they enjoy the fact that their name is in the name. And as for worms themselves, they are, well, exiled from the Sea Dominion. And they tend to seek out the cold of the downside's seas, because that's where they're comfortable. Known for being reckless and single-minded, the worms were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. Well, that's mean as hell. Wonder if any of these worms live to a ripe old age. Probably not. Okay, fair enough. I wonder if our next adversaries are worms themselves. That would make it easier for them to get there. No, fair enough. We're looking for a place called the Hulk of Ores. Alright then. A carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Zaraban. Dazaraban? I thought the Z was before the A. Probably Dazaraban. Lost in the waters of the downside. Okay, well, that sounds a little bit less ominous than the last place we were. So, navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast. Okay, fair enough. All right, everybody, follow the directions that Bertrude gave us and don't go in the whirlpool. Thank you. There's more than one whirlpool, but... Oh, never mind. We're okay in this one. Apparently it's too wide to pull us in. That one we just sailed directly through, so maybe it's just there for effect. So... Worm is often a description of dragons, very low-ranking dragons, but dragons nonetheless. We shall find out soon enough if they are dragons themselves. I mean, we just went past the remnants of a serpent titan, so I wouldn't find it too shocking if they were. Yeah, I guess we're looking for more fresh air than this, but we're getting closer. What's up, Jodario? Oh, okay, you two are going to have a conversation. What's wrong with Hedwyn? Oh. He doesn't have his sea legs yet, does he? Great. What's up? Alright, I will keep an eye on him, see what he's up to. Well, that's not good. Hedwyn, I heard you were having a little bit of a problem out here, huh, buddy? I can see that, yeah. You're flat on your ass in here. Yeah, well, it's not exactly the place I'd want to go after this. I'd want a vacation, but, you know. What do I miss the most about the Commonwealth? I mean, this is pretty on the nose, considering I was imprisoned and thrown into exile for being a reader. Lifeblood, you weren't here for the first stream. Literacy and being able to read text is illegal in the upper world, so there you go, just in case that was... glossed over. We'll give that to you. A few friends I had. I mean, that sounds sappy, but it's probably the one I'd take. The food? I mean, compared to the slop that we've got down here, yeah, I suppose, but nothing springs to mind. That's ominous. We'll stick with this one. The few friends that we had. A few little confidants here and there. Some social links while we're at it. The sea's already putrid and green, and your vomit is probably making it cleaner. At least making it more yellowed, right? Good lord. I am not entirely sure that they will be, but that's on me, not on them. So, I hope you will. Hey, don't be a stranger. You need someone to talk to while you're retching into the ocean, let me know. Alright then. So now Hedwyn, a good reason why we took him along for the previous rite is that now he's too ill, so he won't be able to conduct the next one, so we gotta use somebody else. It's okay, we've got plenty of characters to choose from, even though we didn't get Big Bertrude in our party. It's okay, Tariq, let's see where we're going, because it looks like we're practically to the Sea of Solace. Let's take this a little straight and see if we can find bluer pastures, as it were. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Look at that. This place is fucking gorgeous. Again, I love the artwork in this game. It's fantastic. Okay, so we're a little bit of a ways away, but hey, like I said, bluer pastures, so nice clean water. Unfortunately, Hedwyn is probably still out of the picture, and Tizo's okay. I thought Tizo was going to be out of the picture too, but nope. Okay, I will see where everybody's feeling like going then. Alright, let's see what we got here. So the Hulk of Orez is over here. But we have two paths to take. The Underking Pass, Jay thinks that the 8 scribes will bless us here, so that'll probably get us a small bonus for the next rite to our stats. But Tizo wants to fish for something tasty in this water, and who am I to deny Tizo the chance to fish? Let's do it, buddy. I'll go with you. I probably won't be able to jump in the water like you can, but I'll string a reel and rod out for you. See if I can catch something. Look, there's even stuff swimming around over there. What, are they all stupid up there? Send me to hell, please. Tell me again, why do we want to leave hell? So at the moment, there isn't like a clear reasoning as to the why. I think for the most part, it's because living down here sucks, like in character. There's hardly any food to go around. There's stormy weather in some places. There's sandstorms in other places. It's far worse down here in terms of climate than it ever was up there. That being said, up there isn't exactly a friendly place either, considering, well, we're all outlaws and there's no way to read or do any of that stuff, so. It smells, and we hate basketball. We likely have a place to return. Yeah, I mean, if we think about what Hedwyn said there, he's got loved ones to go back to. Everybody, I'm sure, in the party has a reason to go. Except Tizo, he just wants to fish. What do you see down there, Tariq? You think so? I mean, a lot of them look like fish to me, but yeah. So the Sea Dominion is the worm's body, basically. A vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth's shores in search of new wars. Oh good, they're bloodthirsty too. Fantastic. Yeah, I probably should watch out for those guys. Tizo, what'd you find? Oh my god. Down he goes. I mean, I can't say I blame him. Look at this place, Tariq. You could write a song about the colors in this place. Like, good lord, it's a tapestry, man. What'd you find, Tizo? He found a froth sea flounder, worth 90 sol. Perfect. I'm not one to take it away from him, but hey, he fished for it for me. I'm sure he'll get his fill of other fish, so. And this is a limbless, cold-blooded creature anyway, so it's probably not exactly the best thing to eat. So, you could always sell it, and that's what we'll do. We gotta get to the Hulk of Orez first before we'll see Ron again, but, you know. Wow, nice jump. Okay, I think we're here. But where are our foes? Well, while they're taking their sweet time, we've got a few things to do. We can go to the slug market, we've got a page revealed, and someone is looking for me in the black wagon. Jodario. Enjoying the new works here, all the fancy stuff that I haven't looked at yet. I'll look at it in a sec. What's up? And what's that reminding me of? Oh, it's reminding you of. Okay. Yeah, it actually mentioned that in Hedwyn's bio that he knew about you before this, so I have notes on everybody there, Captain. Yeah, fair enough. All right, I will keep that in mind then. Well, I mean, I was gonna say we could just stand together if his mortal weaknesses come up, but yeah, I suppose if he doesn't make it through the trip, I don't think that's gonna be the case. But all right, well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Fair enough. We all got to fight for somebody, and I have my reasons. So later, Captain. Almost feel like it's appropriate to call her captain considering we're seaworthy now, but you know. So we have a fancy eating table now in here, so that's cool. To go with our fish in the tanks, there's actually more tanks if we go up here. See. We also caught one apparently, a silver cudgel head, another limbless and cold-blooded creature, rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. So yeah, that's one of our keepsakes. I call them adornments, but keepsakes are the same thing. It's basically interchangeable. So, what else we got? Nautical bell. Yeah, it rings. Among the black wagon seafaring equipment, Hedwyn uses it to signal when food is ready. Oh, whoops, maybe I shouldn't have rang it then. Food is not ready yet, everyone. False alarm. Go back to your preparations. All right, we got a new page. You're worried about him. She snaps your neck. Something like that. She probably would if I would have mentioned that, but, well, it's okay. I don't fear being snapped in two. Again, they already did half the work for her. All right, go. Let's read about down the river. Apparently the scribes came this way as well, which makes sense. They had to slay some titans, so. And the emperor, when he says knew not of this, he's talking about the rope caller's plan, which was on the previous page. The emperor Solium Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Scalorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought have perished. But the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. But transformed him into what? We shall find out. Anything on your mind, Sandra, about the Sea of Solace? Yeah, we're seaworthy. Somehow. I mean, you've got good senses to this, so... Yeah, I mean, if you've been in here for a while, fair enough. I mean, I've never seen the Emerald Seas near to the Empire? What do you mean, Empire? It's the Commonwealth now, Sandra. Yeah, so the empire that she's referring to is the Empire of Sar, which dominated the known world for millennia, until the doomed reign of Solium Mur. But that was centuries ago. Never shall we make the wicked errors of our predecessors, a quote from the Archjustice Androboles IV. Apparently the Androboleses have been archjusticing for a while. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no more scribe trials for the moment, so bye, Sandra. You too. This moral and interaction stuff reminds you of the little information you know about Darkest Dungeon. Sandra is a wraith inside of the Beyonder crystal. So she's not the book, but she's probably the most closely related character to the book in our motley crew, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about Darkest Dungeon myself. I've heard good things about it, but I'm not really sure if the genre is up my alley, honestly. So maybe one day I'll go check it out. All right, so Hedwyn's not feeling good, so let's take the Kerfang off of him because he's not coming with us. Let's see here, 2250, 1850, 2000, 1850. I'll probably go, let me think about this. I'm trying to think who's next that we're going to be fighting. I think I'll take Joe Dario for the next one, actually. I think Tizo's been in, he's been in 2. Ruki's been in 3. So I can probably bench him for this one. I'll keep the Fang on him because nobody else can use it, so I'll probably take like Jodariel, Jay, and Tizo for the next one. So give you our defensive option. Jay, you're probably going to be the attacker. And Tizo, we'll give you the Moon Crest. There you go. Sort our inventory a little bit if the fish didn't slip out of my hands. There we go. And off we go. Am I the only one capable of interacting with her, or the only one she wants to interact with? So until a scribe trial comes up, I'm the only one that she wants to interact with her. I think if I remember right, when Tariq gave me the crystal, he said that her help is yours to bear and yours alone, or something like that, until she has, like, trials for the rest of us. But yeah, basically, I'm the only one that can interact with her, essentially. So. What's going on, Ron? Oh, customers today, huh? Well, I have something that you might actually like, and I hear you've got more Stardust for me, so here you go, have a flounder. What do you got? A thorned knot. So this one's actually kind of interesting, and it would actually work pretty well with Ruki if he didn't have Jamuir's Fang already. It increases the range of his aura, so now he can shoot from even farther across the arena. It doesn't stick around, though, like with Jamuir's Fang, so it's not as useful. I sometimes like using this with Tizo as well, though, so I'll keep it in mind that it's there. I might buy it. I might buy it now, actually, because we'll be able to buy all this Stardust without too much trouble. I think I can, I think it just stacks in your inventory once you buy it. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. That's okay, then. I mean, it's only 15. Just trying to think if I want it for Tizo, or if I want something else instead. Because I could wait. I don't think Tizo gets his legendary talisman in the first cycle of rites. I think he gets it in the second, if I recall correctly. So it's going to be a little bit before he gets it, but I guess I could always get the lucrative contract for anybody who's going to be an attacker. Like I could have Jay doing some attacking this time instead of the scoring. Well, Tizo doesn't really hit for much with the Pyre, so I'll leave it. It's fine. Thanks, Ron. I will attempt to do the best that I can. Counterpoint, what else are you going to buy? What are you buying? What are you selling? At the moment, nothing. Soon, though, he'll get more updated inventory. I mostly just like buying Stardust from Ron for now. He gets better stuff in the later cycles. Like, starting from the second cycle on, the stuff starts getting a lot more premium from what I remember. So, for now, Stardust is the big money winner for me. Alright, let's go to the next raid. We'll update our talismans when we get there, but first, we gotta wait for our adversaries to get there. I still don't see them. She's even got the same posture. Yeah, I suppose that's fair. What do you see, Jay? Oh. Hello. Yeah, so this is what the worms look like. Not so much worms like dragons, more like, well, actual worms. Fair enough. Are there ways to grind money, or are the encounters limited? There are, technically speaking, ways to quote-unquote grind money. Well, actually, I guess not, because it's a limited time offer. Basically, if you forage instead of teaching or looking for the global bonuses when you get vocation work, you can get a lot more money that way. But money is really only a problem in the first cycle, to be honest with you. Once you get to the second cycle and beyond, you'll see why it's not as much of a problem by then, but it's usually only a problem early. So, it's a castle crasher. Well, he's got the helmet for it. Hello, good sir. Oh, you're our next adversaries. Well, that makes sense. Probably a lot easier for a bunch of worms to fight us out here in the middle of the sea than anybody else. So this is Sir Gilman of the Pyre Hearts. He seems like a good guy. He was a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. And the Pyre Hearts are a triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. Probably all worms, so... I mean, it says worm knights, so there you go. Well, after the past couple of more antagonizing foes, I suppose it'll be nice to have someone more honorable to fight. I'd take anybody over Umild at this point. So.
Relentless, aren't we, reader?
A little tenacious, yeah,
The
voice man.
vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here. Unto the Hulk of Horus.
I try.
You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look.
Yeah, they're a little more diminutive than we first thought, aren't they?
To the Pyre hearts.
Okay, that's not just a hammer, that's an axe. I can see the head of it sticking out of their body.
And that
Jesus.
makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
I'll try not to let you down. The worms actually are kind of funky to fight. They're not like our other foes that we've fought so far. They're probably closer to Tizo than anybody else, honestly, because of the way that their aura works. We'll see in a minute. What happens when you win and or lose a right? So if you win a right, you get a pretty standard amount of experience. If you lose a right, you get less experience, but you still get experience for the fight. There is no game over condition in this game, or a fail condition. You just keep going. Now you can retry a right if you really feel inclined, and I may do that for very specific situations, but I'm going to try to avoid using the retry button as much as possible because I just feel like it's too powerful, honestly. It's like, I'll just roll with the punches, you know? So.
You got him turning.
I don't know, can they swim upriver? Something like that we try. Oh, so this is... See, I thought Sir Gilman was the leader here. He sort of put himself out to be that, but not so much. Apparently this is his commander, and he's a survivor. Fun. Are you sure he wants you to... Okay. Hi. So this is the leader of the Pyre Hearts, Sir Deluge. Yeah, I know, I wanted Gilman to be the leader too. He's a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. I can imagine how. You gain or lose sponsorships. Oh, lore-wise, what does it mean to win or lose a right? So basically, all rights are done in order to further the individuals who take part in it on the path to enlightenment. Enlightenment is the experience point bar of the game, but the idea of freedom is related to enlightenment somehow. We don't really have a clear picture of how yet, but basically what you need to know is that the more enlightenment that we have, the closer we are to freedom. So, yeah, that's the general gist. They'll get into more detail on it when we get closer. At the moment, we're kind of just fighting because they're in our way. So, well, fighting is a strong word. Playing games with them. So why don't you just... Yeah, so they're not like salmon. They can't swim back upriver. So... And that is through the rights. I care. Don't talk to Sir Gilman like that. Do you think he's going to follow your orders if you keep belittling him? Well, yes, he's the commander. Alright then. They seem like fun chaps. Their auras are as diminutive as they are, as you can see. Well, let's try not to let him down then, hey Joe Dario?
Who shall conduct the rites?
Speaking of which...
Jodariel.
So, her aura is larger than all of the Pyre Heart's auras put together, so she has a very strong advantage against them. That doesn't mean that we're out of the woods yet, though. You'll see. Am I taking Jay along? I kind of like having Jodariel and Jay on the same team, so that way, not necessarily because they work well together in a combo, but because, I don't know, it just feels like appropriate for Jodariel to look after Jay, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. Tizo, you're up. We'll put you close to the ball and the orb, and then you can pass it along. So you can zip along and then give it to somebody else. Jay, please. It is a soft G, voice man. Yeah, I mean, the name Worm makes you think of something larger. So, yay! He's very old-fashioned, this voice man. Give me a sit rep. And very large auras. Man, I don't know if I should be insulted by that. Probably not. Alright, Tizo, let's whip you out here, get the ball, and bring it back over here. So, we have worms. What do they do? Well, we'll see in a second. After I score on them first.
Your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
They're not fast-moving creatures, but they have a very special way of using their auras, as we will see in a moment. Or we won't, because I'll just kill all of them before they can do that. Well. Nice. Oops, dropped the ball. I'll take this back, thank you. Tizo, why don't you just blow them up? This is getting ridiculous. I mean, yeah, if you want to stand on top of that, I'll take it. Nope. I'll take this, thank you. Put that down. Get you the hell out of here. What will you do now? I have an aura, it's 15 feet long. I'll tell you what you'll do. Nothing. Nice. Go ahead, take it in, Tizo. Alright, actually, let's let Jay come out here. Oop, a little low. Got one. Got another. Actually. Caught you napping, huh? Go ahead, protect her there. Maybe I should go a little further. So yeah, did you see how he kind of cut backwards there, and then he got Jodariel even though she had her aura? So what they do is they have a slash that they can use, and the slash allows them to cut across auras even if they end up inside of it when they finish off the slash. So it's an interesting way of fighting. It's not my preferred method, but I'll take it. Alright, I'm going to try to do something silly here. There.
A true aimed thrust into the fire.
Like I said before, Jay is probably your best shooter out of anybody, so I try to use her to shoot as much as I can. Especially since it means that we don't get banished later. If you jump in, you get banished for the entire next round, but if we shoot, I have all of my people back. I don't know, I mean, you guys have been giving it your all considering this is the first cycle. And since well, normally you wouldn't know how to fight these guys, since you haven't seen any worms yet. Oh boy. Sounds like a plan, Jodariel. Sounds like a plan. Well, while they're busy, why don't you take it to the hoop?
Tis little wonder these fool worm knights are no longer fit to serve the Commonwealth.
Well, they can serve up some... I can serve up some... I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to finish this now. Well, God. I got the ball. I didn't want the ball. I'll take it now, though. Hang on. Okay. I was just going to give Jodariel a quick second there to pass it along. But she didn't need to. No good.
And it is done.
That slash was not good enough.
Night wings prevail.
Noxalis.
Hapless adversaries stood no chance.
Good work, everybody.
The ceremony.
That's the only unfortunate thing about worms that I find, especially in versus mode when you can control one of them, is that their slash is kind of narrow, surprisingly enough. It seems like it would be bigger, but it's not as big as it looks to be. It's like the AoE on it is like 90%, well, not even 90, I'd even say like 80% of that AoE hits. The rest of it is just kind of splash that does nothing. You can fix it with masteries later, but, well, we'll get into that eventually. Good work, everybody. We got him. Not that was very, very difficult, but, yeah. Wow, what an easy game. I'll be sure to play on hard my first time. Oh, good luck. Like I said, the first cycle is mostly an extended tutorial. There is a way to increase the difficulty later without turning the difficulty to hard and making the game... See, the problem that I have is that hard mode is more like bullshit mode rather than actual hard mode. I can talk about it, I suppose, but we'll get into it a little bit later, I think, when I can actually change the difficulty without changing the difficulty. Well, he's just glad that he had a chance to fight against such worthy foes. He seems the type to be more honorable. Oh, Jesus. Get thee hence!
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Let's see what stirs in Jodariel's heart. Well, then it sounds like you're pretty well trained for this already. Now, remember that Solium Mur was transformed upon his stay in the downside, and as it turns out, Jodariel draws inspiration for her masteries from Solium Mur. So, I think it's safe to say we know what happened to him. Anyway, if you're gonna take Jodariel down this section to get Celestial Spike, which one would I take? Honestly, Crushing Heal seems pretty solid. Saluting, I salute very rarely in this game. It's an option, it's kind of like a taunt button basically, but I almost never use it, so I'd say you take Crushing Heal. Then it lets you stun people, and yeah, and she has the stamina to do it now because she can actually jump without losing all of it, so. Does the width of the slash depend on the size of the aura? Yes, so if you equip an item like the Scribe Rock that was in Ron's shop there, on a worm, it will increase the size of the slash as well. So if you maximize the Scribe Rock, all of a sudden you have a much bigger slash. So yes, that does work. So that's one option for making their slashes better. So, hell, I might even use that honestly later. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to take Relentless Vigor because Jodario can shoulder tackle people and then instantly recover all of her stamina, which seems like it would be very good considering she's more of a defensive option, but hey, she can defend and get all her stamina back now, so as long as the enemies are in a line and she keeps hitting them, she can just shoulder tackle forever, so, or at least until they're all gone. As for Jay...
Touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
Well, good. I mean, I'd rather you grow closer to the 8 scribes than to the Serpent Titan or any of the other Titans. What's she got going on here? So, I think we talked about this stuff. Trader's Flight, I kind of like how far her jumps and power jumps go now. It's tough to get used to them going farther, I think. Although, if you're going to keep her for the whole game, I guess you could make a case for it. I think this one, it slows your adversaries by like 10%, I want to say. So, if you're going to do that, you might as well get that... what is it, the Lunar Glass Talisman, which lets you just move faster, honestly. It basically balances itself out. And then you could get the False Step, which, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like any of these. This is really good, Heightened Reflex is, because it lets you jump or sprint without having to worry about charging. But her right side tree is just way too good to pass up, so we're going to not pass it up, and we're going to use it. So now she can cast her aura very quickly. And Tizo, not quite. Okay, that's fine. 150 to the next rank. All right, well, we'll get you there, buddy.
Until the next right.
Unpopular opinion. Locked and Loaded is better than Rules of Nature. I mean, you could make that argument. I like both of them, honestly. I think they kind of bring something a little bit different to the song, like each of them does. So, I like the percussion in Locked and Loaded better, though, I think. Like, Rules of Nature, I think I like the main instruments better, but I think I like the percussion in Locked and Loaded better. So. Well, good work, everybody. Let's share the good news with Hedwyn, and then see if we can keep going after what happened with the Pyre Hearts. Howdy do. What's with the silent treatment, Tariq? And, yeah. Okay, where'd he go? What are you trying to say, Tariq? You're not telling me something. Did you just wake up from a nap? Yeah, no, that was a fake out. He's not actually dead. If she was gonna snap somebody's neck right now, I think we know who she would. Well, you could have attempted to explain faster, Tariq. What, did you not have your coffee this morning? Oh, wait, yeah, there's no coffee down here. Never mind. Fair enough. Carry on. Well, yeah. So we'll sit Hedwyn out until we get out of the sea. It's fine. I mean, considering his diagnosis, I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, did ya? Well, that's interesting. I wonder who Tariq's traveling companions were before. Maybe they're related to Sandalwood? We'll see. Are all of them traveling as well, as in rematches? Yes, so all of the different triumvirates, you'll see them again in later cycles of the rites, and you can fight them again in rematches. So, I mean, accustomed to discomfort is a little bit different when you've never been out to sea. So where did you stay? You weren't up on the hill where I usually cheer for everybody. He still looks like a ghost, considering how pale he is. Yeah, alright. Nah, it's all good, Hedwyn. We just would rather you get healthy so you can participate in the next rite. Yeah, alright, fair enough. I don't know if you want to go out here, though, because we're kind of out on the deck of a maroon ship. Ah, it's all good, Hedwyn. It happens, so. Oh, wow. I figured Jodario would have been around the block for a while, considering she's kind of got the you know, sticking out of her head. That's not something that happens to humans very often. Alright, let's see where the stars will take us. On the clear blue sea. Probably further north again, because I don't see any east or west of us. Yep, there's one. Trieste, the Silver Star. Over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Is it bad that I would kind of rather stay at sea than go to probably a volcano? With a fiery horse inside of it? Fun. Well, I guess I better get my fill of the water for now. Yep. Why? What do we need to upgrade at Big Bertrude's now? The Deathless Tempest. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace, seemingly for all eternity. Yeah, I could see how that would be a bit of a problem. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan Unfathomed Plurnes never has entirely subsided. So should we wait for a pocket of calm? Although I don't know how long that's going to take to form, so. Oh, yeah, I suppose we're not exactly on their good side now, are we? Well, you know what? Ruki's kind of right. Let's think about this when we come to the problem in the morning. I know. Yeah, so we'll figure it out when daybreak comes, but for now... See, I don't know, I feel like this could be an opportunity for us to do some vocation work, because they made it sound like we got our stuff done in the rites early in the day, and then we could, I don't know, go foraging or teach somebody, but they don't give you free time here. It's a little unfortunate, but whatever. Tizo! What's up, buddy? Did you have fun fishing? Good to see you. Oh, so you must have come here fishing often a while ago then, huh? Sure, lay it on me. Why do you love fishing so much? Yeah, fair enough, I figured. Whoa. Oh. Well, that's, angrier than I expected the answer to be. They killed your family? Okay, listen. I'm about to bust out laughing at this guy. I hate to say it like that because, oh, they killed my family, but like, who the fuck says that? Look at his face. That was a joke. There is no way that was not a joke. I'm laughing like hell at this. That was a good joke, Tizo. I'll take it. I really hope it was actually a joke. Yeah, I mean, he does. They paid us 90 sol for that one that you caught for me, so fair enough. Thanks, Tizo. I love him so much. He got +1 hope for the next rite. Good, because he's actually really good in the next rite, if I remember right, so. Yeah, Tizo's like my favorite character in the characters that you get. I love his mannerisms, and I love the ability to have to interpret his speech. I don't know, it's just, there's something so endearing about him. So, like, the rest of them are okay, don't get me wrong, but, like, I don't know, Tizo is just something else for me. Alright, let's see where everybody's at. So Hedwyn, he's not exactly lagging behind, but he's lower up than Jodariel now, and he's got some inspiration he can hang on to. Ruki's a little behind. I should probably have him vocation the next time, so I'll probably tutor him. Jay's in good shape. And, well, Tizo will be good in the next right, like I said, so probably take him along. So Hedwyn, you're probably coming with us for the next one as well. We'll stick that there. Oh, I didn't use my Stardust. Well, let's use it now, shall we? Yeah, that'll take it to rank 10. Sure, why not? There we go, plus 15 Pyre now. Not that we have really needed it all that badly. This comes in more handy later, so I kind of like trying to upgrade this early just to get it out of the way, and then the other stuff, like the Kerfang, I'll upgrade later. So, I don't know if I ever upgrade Jamir's Fang, though, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll have reason to this time. As for the Kerfang, I'm going to take this off, actually, because there will be a reason to use it somewhere else soon enough. So, I think Sandra's still good. I don't think she's cursing the scribes. Let's let her. That's fine. That's her prerogative. I don't think I need to get involved in that. Let's continue on our journey. Let's see if we can get past this deathless tempest. Oh, yeah, I can see it up there. It's almost as deathless as the Paper Mario walls. All right, let's see what we got here. So the Froth Sea. Tizo wants us to go here. And the Ragged Rock. Ruki wants us to go... Ooh, there may be valuables to find up there. Then we're trying to get to the Storm Wall. Beyond lies the Deathless Tempest, veiling the farthest reaches of the downside. Attempting to cross is a popular way to throw caution to the wind and not live to tell of it. Great. Any takers for which side we want to go on here? Ragged Rock, Froth Sea? Who feels like what? I am kind of up for either one because I don't remember what rewards you get out of either of these, so I'll take whatever one we want. I mean, we'd kind of just let Tizo go fishing, so maybe we should let Ruki go searching for valuables. That's my prerogative, but I'm up for anything. I'll wait a minute to let anybody make a decision, if they would like, and then we'll go. Or I'll pick if nobody makes a decision. I'll captain this ship. Gives me a chance to take a good stretch break. Well, which I don't always have the opportunity to do. So, yeah. What does the Froth Sea do again? So Tizo wants us to go to the Froth Sea. He hasn't told us why, but he wants us to go there. As for Ragged Rock, Ruki thinks there's valuables to be found in the wreckage of the boats up here. There's like flotsam and stuff up here, so he thinks he can find valuables up there. So, valuables versus Tizo's intuition. Choices. Lifeblood says Ragged Rock. Sefiko, are you still here? Are you in agreement with Lifeblood? Because I'm cool with whichever one, so. I'll wait a couple of seconds, see if Sefiko responds. If not, we will go to Ragged Rock. We'll do 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ragged Rock it is. See if we can find some valuables up here. Never know. There might be something left in this flotsam. Yeah, that's a fair point, but you know. Hey, we're not in the Tempest yet, so let him search around. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Fair enough. Okay, never mind. Not fair enough. Do you guys need some help? Sure, we're already here. We might as well. Not trying to, you know, undermine your opinions here, Jodario, but we did sail all the way out here, so we might as well. An exhaustive search, huh? Oh. Well, that's not good. You're losing your touch. Great. And Jodario lost -1 hope for the next right. Get used to that. That's going to happen a few more times before we get there. I know which one the next ride is, and it's not good for Jodario. I don't think it matters which direction you actually go there now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure you don't get a reward no matter where you go. So, I think maybe if you go the Tizo route, I think he gets like +1 hope for the next ride or something, but he just got that, so it's like, he doesn't really need it. It's like, okay, it's a stat bonus, like whatever. It's not gonna do that much good. Anybody got any bright ideas? I didn't really think this one through too much. Oh. Sir Gilman! Hello. What are you doing here? I thought you had to go with the Pyre Hearts. Fair enough. Oh. You think we can come to some sort of arrangement? What do you got, Sir Gilman? Oh. Well, I'm all down for more party members, but do you have any bright ideas about this storm in front of us? Oh, well, I suppose after seeing your captain, your commander, I'd be pretty inclined to leave too. Hope does what? So hope affects your respawn time when you get banished. If you get banished by your enemies, the higher your hope is, the less time it takes for you to come back. So, it's not that great. It's okay, but honestly, if you're getting banished in a lot of cases, the enemy will score before you come back in the most cases, so. It's not really a stat that I really go all in on. Like, if it was quickness, I'd be like, hell yeah, dude, because quickness is great. It lets you run across a lot faster and, you know, get the ball to the pyre faster, but yeah, hope is, it's okay. Okay, well, you are looking to regain your honor, so if you make a vow, that's step 1. That's fair. Aren't they going to be one short now? Or Sir Gilman, not for nothing, but your eye appears to be on fire. Okay, there it goes. It subsided. It was his inner fire. Well, we tried. It wasn't a perfect, but we tried. We do seek passage north, so... He's got a way with words, but apparently he knows how to cross the Tempest, so that's good. What's up, Jodario? I mean, didn't he say a person for each mask? Yeah, and, well, where else are we going to find a worm that's willing to work with us after what we did to the Pyre Hearts? We trounced them, so... Alright, sure, you can come along. And now his eyeball has a heart in it. The comic relief characters in this game just really hit me right here, you know? So Tizo's like my favorite one, but I don't know. Sir Gelman's pretty high up there too for me. I mean, all the characters are pretty high up there for me, but like, I don't know. I just like his mannerisms. They're pretty great. Okay, sure. Yes. Go do what you said you were gonna do. Or just do it without my consent. Okay. Well, I don't know where he's going, but let's see if I can use my knowledge of the rites to maybe do some forthcoming clairvoyance for him. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the Deathless Tempest. Let's see if I can help him help us. So yeah, as if me talking about the worms was enough of a spoiler earlier, you get a worm for your party, starting right now. And this is like the little tutorial to kind of teach you how to use him and what he can do. Honestly, he's more of an orb runner. He's kind of like a second Rookie, but with a different type of attack. So his attack becomes more useful later as you get more masteries, but for now he's mostly an orb runner. We'll get there though. I can hear you loud and clear, Sir Gilman. There's a little interference from the thunder, but, you know. Okay, I will try to keep your worm secrets then. Fair enough. Alright, let's see what we can do to quell the storm. Traverse the reef. Cool, can do. So you'll notice that Sir Gilman has his normal worm aura, which is small, but it's there. It trails behind him, though, so that is important to remember in terms of how you can use him. So, those look like bubbles. Are they Bubbles from the spawn of unfathomed Plurnus, the sea titan once slain by the scribe under King Ores. Her brood lies dormant in the sea. Apparently they're all asleep. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. A quote from the Book of Rites. Oh, that's why there's bubbles, because they're boiling the sea. Great. Yeah, I could see that being a bit of a problem. Let's get them hence, then, shall we, Sir Gilman? Under King Ores. So this is another one of the scribes that we're being given, and he's the Worm Scribe, the seventh of the eight scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Persevering or the Sea Sojourner. The legendary leader of the Worm's undersea crusades sought to reach the edge of the abyss. Sounds like he's one for adventure. Let's see if we can live up to it, Sir Gilman. So, you press the square button, and you slash backwards across Sir Gilman's trail that he leaves behind him. That's how you attack with him. So you can kind of like run circles around your enemies like this and then cut across them pretty quickly by running into a big group of them. It's kind of interesting and definitely takes a little getting used to, but yeah, it's not bad. It's a different way to play, and I always approve of the idea of having different ways to play, so I am okay with it. I am not okay with this, though. Are they supposed to be here? Oh, it's Sir Deluge. Great. Yeah, about that. Fair enough, actually. And if he's not... I mean, he's wearing our raiments now, so if he's not with your raiments, then yeah. I mean, yes, but his honor is for someone else now. Fair enough. Again, I'd want to be free of a guy like Sir Deluge as well. I like his chutzpah. I guess we're getting a little bit more... No, that's pretty much the same as what it was before. Okay, fair enough. Banish the Pyre Hearts. Oh, there's 8 of them. Oh, boy. Well, come on, then! Oh, God. Get out of there, Sir Gilman. Yeah, so you've got to be a little careful with his stuff because he's kind of... difficult sometimes to control. So... Oh, okay, apparently Sir Deluge is actually out here to fight me. I will have it my way, actually. So these are now the 2 replacement Pyre Hearts. Apparently the worms have very large numbers of replacements for their triumvirate, so I guess that's fair. And the voice man yelled at me for having too many people. So Sir Marsh and Lady Seagrass will replace Sir Gilman. Hell, one of them was probably fighting us when we were fighting them before. Alright, let's do one of these, and okay. Oh, God. Come on, then. Gotcha. And you too. Sir Deluge? See, that's what I mean, though. You see what I mean when I say that it's like... Sometimes it looks like it's big enough to kill someone with it or banish someone with it, but it's not quite big enough if they're slightly too far to the left or right. That just happened to him, so... Yeah. Good work, Sir Gilman. If you get banished by them, by the way, he runs away. There's no reward for finishing this all the way. The Deathless Tempest subsides anyway, but if you can finish it, then I think you get some different dialogue, so I guess that might be a reward in and of itself. Well, let's brighten up that reputation then, shall we, Sir Gilman? Goodbye. Nice work. And yeah, that's another thing that's kind of interesting and helpful about Sir Gilman's slash, is that it happens as soon as you press the square button. There's like basically no time period in between. Like most other people have to charge up in order to cast their auras and power cast it. He essentially gets a power cast every time you use his slash, so it's interesting. Hello, Sir Gilman, you're back. I would hope you didn't get any new scars, because we might still need your help. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, nice. He cleared out the Paper Mario waves. Fantastic. Good work, Sir Gilman. Yeah, he did. He had resolve and he saw it through. Fair enough. Oh, well. Alright, let's get him a bed. Maybe less of the outbursts so that you don't fall over. So yeah, Sir Gilman has joined our group, and he also revealed a path north through the Deathless Tempest. Good work, Sir Gilman. Or rather, into the Deathless Tempest. I mean, this just blocked us from getting in there, but maybe it's like going into the eye of a storm. Let's find out. Oh man, we got Suezo from Monster Rancher, yeah. The name sounds familiar. I haven't really seen anything from Monster Rancher, but the name sounds familiar. I mean, he's useful. Again, he's mostly an orb runner for a little while, but we'll get there. Out of all of the companions, he's probably the one that takes the most work to make, like, end game viable, basically, because most of his good stuff you don't get until, like, rank 3 or 4, but we'll get there. He's also a little tough to raise, but we'll get there, too, shortly. Yeah, how do we get out? Do you have any ideas? That's a no. Oh, great. He likes it that way. Like, what does she do now? Usually that works to get people to shut up, but apparently he's into that. Good. There's a current that'll lead us through. All right. Oh, okay. Thanks, Tariq, for piping up now. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think Hedwin wants to be here any further than we have to be. We're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Sure. Cool. Let's voyage onward. After they have another conversation. He sure does. He could have played it if I brought it up in the wagon. You know, that's not a bad idea, Rookie. Alright, Tariq, you do that. I'll take a drink while you play.
Before the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise.
Something rose, but it wasn't the evening. It was more like the temperature. Jesus. So yeah, occasionally Tariq will play a solo for you, depending on where you go in the game, and it's Darren Korb, so obviously it's going to be great, but yeah, you know, it's it's pretty good. I always try to stay quiet for it so that he has his chance to shine, because sometimes he doesn't really, I mean, he doesn't really get the chance to do much rights-wise, so, you know. Yeah, a much easier place on the eye is great. Who wants to tie the knot? Hubba hubba, apparently. Excuse me, what the fuck is this game's music? Yeah, it's pretty broad, actually. Sometimes, like I said, you'll just be playing and suddenly there's death metal, or suddenly there's trap music, or suddenly there's night music, or suddenly Tariq's playing the lute solo. Is it? For a photosensitive person, yes, the last area was blue and lightning flashy. Yeah, fair enough, so. The red is very bright, but I could see how photosensitivity would be a problem there, yeah. We'll let him finish up. Good work, Tariq. So Sir Gilman brought his crest with him as an adornment. We'll see if he can live up to the honor code that he swore on it. But in the meantime, he has something on its mind. Hopefully it's not still Jodario. What's up, Sir Gilman? I probably shouldn't be as colloquial with him, considering he's very formal with me. I mean, that's part of his code, but, you know. We have a most feared reputation. That's news to me. Well, I mean, it sounded like you're working your way up there. We will do the best we can to uphold that, yeah. A bit or a lot? Well, actually, that kind of corroborates because, well, excuse me. We already saw it happen with the dissidents because they just, I mean, they were really just getting fired up, honestly. But with Umild, she actually summoned those acid pools on the field. Those are not normally there, as we saw for the first half of the rite, and that may have been considered a bending of the rules, so. This hell is where all music went to die. Very varied, yeah. It all came here and it breathed its last breaths, but it's okay. I mean, you're probably correct about that. I'm pretty sure if they got their freedom, it wouldn't be good for us because we wouldn't get ours, but I don't think we have to worry about that right now. Freedom is still a little bit of a ways off. I don't even know how to game the system, Sir Gilman, so you're in good hands. Where are you going to cleanse yourself? Just don't go jumping in the lava. Alright then. Bye. Sandra, any thoughts about the lava? Or the Deathless Tempest? Plasma-ish, but, you know. Yeah, we didn't get to read about the Black Basin before because Tariq was waxing poetic, so I'll read it now. The black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests of this place mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside, and they're some of the only ones that got here. There are others that made it, but not easily. Yeah, great. They're pointing me toward freedom, so I'm inclined to follow. I mean, are they the ones that locked you in here? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, she doesn't have any more scribe trials for us for now, though, so we'll leave you alone for now, Sandra. Did I give everybody the stuff? Yeah, I gave Hedwyn his thing. And Sir Gilman has joined us. Like I said, though, he's a little bit tough to raise for now. He's got some enlightenment thanks to his prowess in the rites with the Pyre Hearts, but we'll talk about why he's a little tough to raise in a minute. Or a few minutes, depending on how long it takes us to get to the next rites in this lava-infested hell. Alright, fair enough. And don't go jumping in any lava pools. It's not good for you. Oh, good, and there's even territorial creatures around here. Fantastic. Yeah, for my part, I will stay right here and try to glue my legs back together. Fair enough. Dark shapes soaring across the sky. Wonder if those are any imps or something worse. What's up, Jay? What'd you find? I told you not to go into that. Did you throw a rock into it? I mean, I could see how that would tell you it's very hot, because the rock wouldn't come back. Well, I'm glad you live. That's good. Visibly shaken, an intense fear of heights. I mean, I would imagine you're normally at or below sea level, so... I don't know if you should go diving in to find out, Tizo. Just a thought. I mean, I can't say I'm not a little disappointed myself. Not a big fan of lava compared to water. Yeah, don't go chasing lava pools. I don't know if it would have as good of a ring as the original song, honestly. Good advice, though. You know, that's good advice, Jodario, as well, so... Wonder if this had anything to do with those figures that I saw flying around. But we're going to the nest of Trieste. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. Oh good, there are harpies. Fantastic. Well, we already knew that because we were told about the High Wing remnants previously with Hedwyn's bio. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. And apparently, according to Archjustice Androboles IX, they are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. These are going to be great people to meet, aren't they? Going to be a whole lot of fun. Throw a birthday party with them. You want to negotiate with exiled harps? Isn't that a bad idea? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so let's all get some rest and we'll take stock of things when we get our bearings. Jodario has some misgivings about this place, as you can see. But we have some time to practice vocations now. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna tutor Ruki, honestly. Because he's, I think, the most behind out of anybody. Let's see. Yeah, he's still at 1850, so this will give him a nice little boost, especially since he's probably not going to be coming to the next right. Sir Gilman is also behind, but I'm not really worried about him for right now. We'll get him going eventually. He's going to be with us a little while, though, so it'll take a little bit for him to pick up the pace and get back to where everyone else is. Let's mentor Ruki instead. And I mean, you'd just be staring at the lava out there anyway, Ruki, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's see if we can teach you how to use your aura as a sniper rifle. Or more like a sniper rifle. Well, we'll find out because there's a lot of new things that we'll find as we continue further north, so... Alright, what mastery do we want for Ruki? So I could get him the double jump, but I don't know, honestly. Keen Eye is really nice, though, because it stacks with Jamuer's Fang. So his aura would cast 50% farther, and it lingers on the ground 200% longer. So the combination of the two, yeah, if you've got good aim, that shit hurts. But basically we're going to take both of these, and then we'll work on Guiding Light as we go. Obviously it's going to take a little while to get all those, because in order to get Guiding Light, he's got to get all the way up to Master rank, but yeah, we'll get there. Trying to think which one I want first. Let's see. Because we could take one and then get Guiding Light and then take the other one for his rank 5. Just trying to think if I should take... I should probably take Explosive Temper first, because this is mostly just a passive bonus. I was just talking it up, but it is mostly just a passive bonus. You can't get anything like this out of a talisman, so... yeah, we'll take Explosive Temper. Blow them up with your grenade launcher aura, Ruki. No tests here, Ruki, and if there was, it'd be open book. Alright, anyway, that takes care of that. And nobody to talk to. They're all probably sleepy from all the sulfur fumes we're breathing in. I thought it was bad in the pit of Millith, but apparently not. Let's get the heck out of here, shall we? Alright, so we got the Highwing Cove. The Minstrel wants to go and negotiate safe passage here. And then there's the Black Shore, which takes us through razor-sharp sands. Honestly, I'm kind of with Jodario on this one. I feel like her thought process was, let's stay on low ground and we'll keep mostly out of sight. There are large looming crags here, so there will be shadows, even though there's a bunch of light being given off by the lava. So I'm kind of with her on this one, honestly. So we'll go where she said to go. Give her a chance, you know. I haven't really gone where she wanted me to go before, so we might as well. Or this was a bad idea. The Black Shore, the low road to the nest of Trieste, which passes through razor-sharp sands. It's a good thing we're not burning rubber here. The land beyond the Sea of Solace extrudes from the ocean on a bed of black glass. Great. Do we start digging through the obsidian, or... That is a good question. I mean, neither of us has been here before, so... Alright, Tariq, fair enough. I don't know if searching for him for days is going to be an option here, considering the fact that the harps are on the prowl. Okay, there he is. You did? Okay. I don't know how you did it, but cool. We can go to the nest of Trieste now. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. I read that already. Oh. Okay, hello. Did you know them, Jodario? Or were they just looking at you and being like, oh, you're adorned in Commonwealth armor, you bastard? Something like that. Like I said, get used to it because Jodario just lost 4 more hope for the next right. She's now down 5. Great. That's not going to work out too well for her. Basically, it's discouraging you from using her in the next right because she's just not a big fan of this place. Fair enough. She's got a bunch of experience. We can make do without her. I mean, they probably are if the harps are around, so. The hunt for myrrh has been revealed. Anything else? Nope. Okay, I'll go take a look at that. Ain't nobody else in here to talk to, but that's fine. What do we got in the book? The hunt for myrrh, like it said. Before I read, let me take a drink again. Okay, Gaul, what you got for me? My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myrrh would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. That's not really a good reason to throw yourself into hell, if you ask me, Gaul, but okay, fair enough. Maybe he must have really had it out for Solia Myrrh. I mean, they said that they kind of, everybody did on the surface way back in the day, but, you know. Okay, back to the slug market. Yeah, you don't need to know, Ron. It's the same thing as it always is, so I suppose in a way you do know. What do you got that's new? Righteous Flame. So this is kind of like it leeches the enemy's fire, basically, or pyre, excuse me, as it were. When you douse the pyre, it will give you back up to +5 to your own. It's not bad. I would use it later on in the game because for right now, the Ashen Call pretty much carries you in terms of needing more pyre. Later on in the game, when you start being able to tune the difficulty to your own suitings, having leech abilities becomes a little bit more useful. For now, not really necessary. And then there's the Sunken Shadow, which causes any adversaries banished by the bearer to take longer to return. Yeah, it's kind of, honestly, very expensive, and probably too expensive for the effect that it has, in my opinion. So, Stardust is here, though, so we can make good use of that. I will take the Stardust off your hands there, Ron. Thank you. Alright, what are we putting that in? Are we putting it in the Ashen Coal, or should I put it in the Curfang? I'm going to leave the Mooncrest as it is, by the way. I don't really find it too useful to upgrade it. Although, I think it goes up to +60% chance to return immediately if you upgrade it. So, I suppose that's not bad. I'm just not a big fan of it, so. If I upgrade the Curfangs, this would take it up to rank 8. It might get like +1 damage out of that for now, so maybe I'm going to stick with the Ashen Coal, I think, for now. It gets a more immediate effect out of Stardust, so. And if you're concerned about the fact that we're upgrading these really slowly, don't worry about it. We will get access to more Stardust later in terms of the bundles that we're getting. Like right now he's got +1s and +2s here and there. Not really that big. We'll get more. Don't worry. But for now, we'll just keep what we've got. So, thank you, Ron. Well, I'm glad we don't mind spending money with you, because you've got the good stuff, the Stardust. Yeah, sniffs the Stardust. Don't get too addicted, Mono. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough money to get too addicted, to be fair, so. As a leech preferer, you're delighted to hear it is a good item, because in most games, lifesteal is just not good. No, in this game, it's really good, especially if you have the difficulty turned up at this point, because later on in the game, and even early on if you're on heightened or true Nightwing difficulty, I'll talk about it now since we're on the subject. When you turn up the difficulty in this game, if it's not done through the method that I'm going to use, if you just turn up the difficulty in the difficulty settings in the options, so here in the settings and in the options here. If you turn it up here, what ends up happening is the enemies can do more bullshit stuff. So what I mean by that is the enemies will be able to make plays that are faster than a human input can do, more often than usual, even in the early parts of the game. So, like, there are certain situations, like, let's say, for example, your foes banished all of your triumvirate. So you know how there's that slow motion that happens when the last person gets banished? When you're on heightened difficulty, I have seen in the first cycle of rights them banish me, the last of my triumvirate, then take the ball and pass it to two separate teammates across the field and jump into the pyre while the slow motion is still happening. Now, the slow motion lasts approximately 1 second. That is impossible for a human to do. And that's like early to mid-game that they're doing that. So, no, okay? I'm not going to turn it up and just be frustrated by the fact that the AI is taking advantage of the fact that it's an AI. I will affect the difficulty my own way because it's far more organic feeling. So that's why I haven't turned it up, just in case anyone was wondering. I just can't play on those higher difficulties without feeling frustrated. And I mean, honestly, it would just encourage me more to use the retry button, and I just don't want to do that. So I'd rather go through without using the retry button as much as possible. It is a human skill issue, yes. But the AI is too good for me. So, all right, let's commence the next right. I'm a little bit apprehensive, considering the fact that we're fighting, well, soldiers that aren't as diminutive as the Pyre Hearts, so. Oh, here they come. Somehow she's almost as intimidating as Umilda, even though she's not spouting curses at me. Yet. Well, you didn't really give us much time yet, so. I mean, I'm not going to speak for Jodariel, but I've come on behalf of the rights. I don't know about you. Well, okay then. Sure. So the Harps are winged warriors from the mountainous offskirts of the Commonwealth where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. They're the closest thing this game has to minor antagonists, essentially. And yeah, they are actually harpies, what do you know? Yeah, not like the worms, it wasn't another fake out, so. Hi, can I help you? You want to help us sort her out? Why? Exactly. Yeah, maybe we should start at the beginning. This is Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the Highwind remnants, but now bound in exile. So... Oh. She was your blood Are you guys fighting? Should we even go between that? I don't know if that's a good idea. Dariel's about as intense as your blood sister by the looks on her face. Yeah, let's slow down here. Oh, Hedwin's got an idea in his head. Oh boy. Well, we came in by boat, actually, so. Alright, Hedwin, what you got? Oh boy, I think I know what he's got. Yeah, so, like he said before, Sandalwood wants one person for each type of mask. As it turns out, we also have a harp mask. So, let's get a read on Pamitha Thane here. Let's make sure we keep our eye on the ball here because her eyes are up there, not down there, so. Hi. Well, I'm starting to get like a sixth sense for this sort of stuff. It's kind of weird. A little concerning, actually. I don't know if I'm developing ESP or what. Her motives are earnest, we just don't know why they're earnest or what she could possibly have against her sister that she'd want to go help someone that she'd basically be consorting with her enemies up in the Commonwealth. Does it give me reservations, though? No, not really. It's like Hedwin said before, we're all equal nothings down here, so let's treat her as such. I am not sure she will. She's pretty high-strung about that sort of thing, but we'll see. Yeah, more Harpy members. Just one. What are the conditions, Hedwin? Let's lay out the contract here. I'm sure you do. in case it wasn't clear, Pamitha's entire character is just being a big tease. And we'll talk about why in a moment after she joins our party. So, yeah, if you can keep the skies clear for us on our way out of here, that would be fantastic, actually. And then there's that. I'm glad you're optimistic. Yeah, let's get her a harp raiment so that she can bundle up, if you will. She has a score to settle. Let's see if we can settle that score. It's not going to be very easy, but I'll see what I can do. We'll also get a tutorial for Pamitha in a minute, so don't worry about that. Voice man.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now.
Not so easy
Here
to
you
elude
are,
me.
somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two.
And none of them have an arrow in their heart, thankfully.
Yes. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see.
You know, that reminds me, maybe I should have brought lava into the fight against Ludwig the Holy Blade in Bloodborne.
For the vibrant country that was once your home.
Oh well, too late now. There we go. She looks so regal. Alright, what's gonna happen here now? Oh boy. Yeah, so Tamitha is one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. Not much to say there, we already kind of knew that. This is gonna be fun. The saint is Saint Trieste Tithys, the fifth of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites. She's known as the Disciplined, or the Blessed-born. The eldest of the harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Very powerful individual. I probably shouldn't cross her. So, if the Tamitha and her triumvirate are called the Essence, if they're ringing true to Saint Trieste, this could be a problem. Oh. Well, that was cold. Fair enough, we're all kind of down here in exile. I don't see why she wouldn't, but... She's pretty high-strung too, isn't she? Great. Sorry, Pamitha, that didn't really work out. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, what's up? Well, you're right about that. There appear to be fissures in the, well, proceedings here that have lava underneath them. So if you don't know how to jump very well, you might not want to be here. Yeah, that is a good thing. Man, I feel like... So worms are small, but like... You'd probably still feed a harp for days with a worm corpse. Like, good lord. You two-timing turkey, something like that. So this is why Sir Gilman is difficult to raise, by the way, because you get him as a party member, and then he immediately sits out of the next raid. He says, okay, so I'm going to not participate. It's honorable. It makes sense because he's a knight, but he's giving Pamitha a chance to go instead. So it's a little tricky to raise him to start with because he sits out for the first rite that he's available in. He gets some inspiration out of it, but there isn't really a whole lot left to the first cycle after this one, so... Not that he's particularly good on this battlefield anyway, but, you know, it's there. So as a result of all of that, we now have, well, technically 2 people who will sit out of this rite. So we have Sir Gilman and Jodariel. So everyone's reluctant right now because we've got to see Pamitha's, what she can do. So we're going to give her the Kerfang because she's our attacker here. She's a really good attacker, too, if you want my honest opinion. Probably one of the best in the game. Not the best shooter, but plunging-wise, it's hard to beat her. So... Well, if I didn't ask, we'd be soft-locked. And here's the second person who's going to sit out. So even though Jodariel got all those hope decreases, it doesn't matter, because as long as Pamitha's participating, which is required, Jodariel won't conduct the rites. It remains that way for the rest of, well, a good while anyway. Not for the rest of the game, but for a decent amount of time, Jodariel will not conduct the rites as long as Pamitha is conducting the rites. Sir Gilman, however, will still conduct the rites with her after this one, so you don't got to worry about it too much. As for the rest of the party, Ruki's not really well suited for this place either, honestly. Headwind's definitely going, and I think Tizo's going to go too, so, excuse me. So, I think I'll have Tizo up here, actually.
Tizo.
You do that, Tizo. I'm sure it'll be okay. Maybe.
Edwin.
And we got a little bit of a defensive formation. The problem with harps in this game is that they have a similar situation to their aura as worms do, where their aura is kind of, I want to say corrupted, but I don't know if that's the right word. It doesn't hold its shape like everybody else's does, so yeah. It's hard to use it as a weapon, like defensively, like everybody else's, so. Yeah, misshapen is probably a good word for it as well. You can use her offensively as an attacker, but she's much better suited to being a scorer. So. But we'll get there because they're going to let us play as her in a second. Oh, okay. The orb's not here yet, so... I suppose I am kind of encouraging you guys to move a certain way, aren't I? Yeah, fair enough. Sure, let's see what you can do. So, Pamitha has wings, which means she can fly. Big surprise.
Even for you.
That's what I said, but fair enough.
Exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Well, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. So her dash is kind of similar to Tizo's. It goes a lot farther. It also uses a decent chunk of stamina. But yeah, like it says there, if you push into your friends or your foes, you can actually knock them in a certain direction with the dash as long as you hit them on center. So, as for her aura cast, it's different from everybody else's as well, because of course it is. She dashes forward with her aura cast, and while tackling, she gains a shield, so she can't be banished during her aura cast. She has a lot of end lag on it, but she can't be banished while it's happening at the very least, so. Yeah, it's a little early. Same there. I almost never use her tackle or her dash, to be honest with you, so I mostly just use her for her flight. So we'll get doing that. Yeah, we'll have to be careful of Tamitha Thane there, a vengeful tactician of the Highwing Remnants who plots the Commonwealth's ruin. Don't want to give her a chance to get out of here, that's for sure. I mean, we don't like the Commonwealth because they prevent me from reading books, but fair enough. Alright, and they'll put Pamitha back in formation for you, so that's kind of nice. Quickest route here, have Pamitha go grab this, get her stamina back, and then fly till you can't fly no more.
Pyre is the first to falter.
Now we gotta play a little defense, though, because, well, Tizo can fly, so he's actually kind of okay here. He's not the best because, well, he just doesn't have the speed, unfortunately. Like, everybody else can kind of fly faster than he can, but, well, apparently it worked out okay there, so. And Headwind's kind of just here for defense, honestly. But I also brought him along because he has a unique dialogue with Pamitha that I remembered that he had, so. Yeah, fair enough. Now here's the defensive thing about harps. So they can fly, which makes them a terrifying offensive threat. However, the one weakness to anything flying, and you've probably seen it with Tizo already because he's a slow flyer, is that if you jump into them, they stop flying. So keep that in mind. If they're coming close to your pyre and they're flying over your head, just jump for them. And Headwind's a pretty good jumper in this particular case, so yeah, we'll keep that in mind for when we get to that point. But for now, okay. I'm just going to take this over here. You think you're clever, trying to dash right into me, don't you? Nope. Okay, well, I was going to say, I am going to get the hell out of here before you have a problem. Oh, okay, I fell on her aura. Whoops. That's okay. Well, we'll have a chance to try to jump at them now. Alright, well, we got all 3 of our guys back now, so that should make things a little bit easier anyway. You think I'm going to let you do that? Okay. I thought you were banished, Pamtha. You are not! Good. I'm just going to fly it in. Forget it. Now, what happened there is I actually dropped after flying. You don't want to do that with the harps, specifically with Pamtha. I'll tell you why eventually. Not yet, but eventually. Okay. Okay. All right, we got Headwind to score. Perfect. You can block the flying adversaries there, by the way, if you want to fulfill the condition, but there's no real reward for it for right now, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Okay. Bye.
And it is done.
Easy.
The you-know-who prevails.
We sure do. Nox Solace.
So the scribes themselves
It looks like they pulled one on you, Elmer Fudd. Something like that. It's okay. They got one. I gave them their pity points. Yeah, they actually, I think they turned the difficulty down for that one specifically because they have the advantage on that battlefield. They can fly. If you have a bunch of grounded party members, which at this point you mostly do, it's difficult sometimes. So it's kind of like the flight tutorial. But yeah, definitely try to stay in the air when you plunge with Pamtha. It's very important for her scoring opportunities, as you'll see later. Not yet, but later. Maybe even sooner than we think. Can you guys, like, settle this hash between you, or is this going to be, like, a whole game thing? Sounds like it's going to be a whole game thing. Sorry, Pamtha. Yeah, we're heading back, so if you want to come with us, you'll probably get better company than you are with your sister there, no offense.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Alright, so Headwind is up at the top of the ranks right now.
And be inspired.
And Tizo's rank 3.
Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Yeah, just a bit. A flash of inspiration? Well, let's see what that flash gave you. Okay, so... I'm trying to think if I want to use the improved star sign, well, the improved moon sign with the star sign, or if I want to get him Titan's Rage and then go moon sign last laugh. I kind of want to get Titan's Rage and see if it stacks with last laugh, so that because Implode banishes adversaries in a wider area, it says if you hold square it happens. I'm not sure if the one from last laugh is considered a fully held down Implode. So honestly, I'm kind of okay with testing that for science just to find out, because if that is the case, he could be a very good kamikaze for us. If it isn't, then, I mean, it's probably still good, so whatever. And if we use Implode manually, then now we have a very large area to work with. So I think I've convinced myself. I think I'm gonna try to do Titan's Rage plus Last Laugh. It's probably, as a matter of fact, I can tell you, it's definitely not the optimal build for Tizo, but I think I'm gonna try it, so. Plus, if I change my mind, now I can go for that one that turns him into an attacker, which lets him score more points. So you remember the part where I told you that Pamtha is a big tease, and that's her entire character? That's why. They start her off with just enough enlightenment to not get a rank out of her first right. You guys are doing me dirty, Supergiant.
Until the stars.
What a bunch of assholes. Yeah, do what's fun. That's the idea. So you do get a new party member. It seems obligatory to give you one easy round. Yeah, they don't pull their punches after this though, when they give you new party members later. Although the party is mostly complete at the moment. We've got, I think, a total of 2 more masks left, but we haven't found anybody to wear them yet, so we'll keep it in mind. But kind of on the back burner for now. The party is mostly complete. Alright, well, we got rid of the essence. Their deep hatred for the Commonwealth will have to stew for now. Fair enough. We're probably going to have to keep her and Jodariel at a good distance from one another. Excuse me. Oh, okay, well, that's fair, actually. True enough. Ruki, her eyes are up there, buddy. Oh my god. He's got it out for her. God damn it. It's like love is in the air around here. First Jodario and Sir Gilman can't, well, mostly Sir Gilman, can't take his eye off her. Now Rookie's having stage fright around Pamitha. Good lord. How are we going to integrate together like this? Questions for later. I have to go read the stars now. Love seems to be a strong through line, by the way, with most of Supergiant's games. So if you haven't played one of them before, there's a lot of love to be had here. The love is being spread round. Although, depending on which game you're playing, it's more like lust, but that's not really a dig. So. Yeah, Jim Carrey, what are you doing down here? Room for one more on the team? Yeah, something like that. Ace Ventura joined your party. Alright, let's see what I can see through the lava falls here. That's not north. That's west of our current location. To Lu, the vernal star. By the way, you'll notice that it was kind of obvious before with the Gull star way back down here, but all of the stars that are glowing for the rights here are named after the 8 scribes. So, for example, in this case, Triesta is named after Saint Triesta Tithys. And, well, we've heard the name Lu already in that one little blurb about Lu Scalorian, the very wise dude. Yeah, he was one of the 8 scribes as well, and apparently his star is burning over the densest woods in the Black Basin. Oh, good. I gotta go in the ancient forest now. Great. Didn't see a lot of love when you played Bastion. Transistor, though, had it. Yeah, I think it might have started with Transistor, honestly, and then they've sort of just kept it as a through line through a lot of their games because this game has a decent amount of love as a theme, and Hades, as far as I'm aware, I haven't played it, has a lot of love as a theme as well. So, again, that might be the one where it's lust, though. The Glade of Lu is where the next rite will commence. The great sap scholar Lu Scalorian here vanquished the root titan, limbless Erizek. I don't think you have to it, but I sometimes choose to, just because. And apparently this is where we'll finally meet with this Sandalwood guy. I wonder if we'll find out why he needs us. Well, if we can find him in the Waking Wood, we can ask him ourselves. That's ominous. How's he gonna know where to find us? A single narrow path that's free of harps now, thanks to Pamitha, but apparently he awaits us on the other side of it. Alright then, let's see what's going on in the Black Wagon, and then we'll get some shut-eye. Oh, Pamitha, hey, what's up? Well, by the way, Pamitha brought an adornment with her. Some moonshine. Yeah, it'll either be a good night or a very bad one. Let's find out which. How you feeling about your newfound allegiances, Pamitha? Oh, she's not hearing me. Oh, she is hearing me. Never mind. Hi. Listen, apparently, according to all these guys, I've got a good read on people. It felt like a good feeling for me. I didn't see anything wrong, so. I mean, look, I got good advice when I came down here. All of us are equal nothings down here. So if we're all equal, all that shit that happened up in the Commonwealth is water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned. So. Yeah, I guess you could call her that if you want to, like, use a euphemism. Fair enough. I'm not going to pry. It's okay. You guys can hash that out. As long as you keep helping us with these rights, I'm okay with you guys figuring it out yourselves on your own time. So, fair enough. We are down here for life, so. It's alright. One hand washes the other around here. Just don't wash them in the lava, or you might not have a hand at all. Liars abound. You think I'm a liar? Well, that's unfortunate. Sandra, do you have a read on this person? You're laughing softly at something. Are you laughing at me? I guess we'll never know. Alright then. See you, Sandra. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of new members for our triumvirate, and apparently, as we said, Sandalwood is somewhere to be found here in the Waking Wood. Let me read chat, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, Wuv, Twool Wuv, Mailwidge. Kinda expected her to hang like a bat. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. I mean, these guys are pretty good at it. See? Don't we all hate the Commonwealth equally? In this particular case, it depends, honestly. Because, like, Jodariel, I think, dislikes the Commonwealth because they threw her down here, but her allegiances to Commonwealth practices still seem to be somewhat intact because she still bears a grudge against the High Wing remnants, which, considering the fact that she's down here, I feel like that grudge should be water under the bridge, but that's part of her character development, so that's why it's still there. In any case, we won't get any more answers from anybody until we get answers from Sandalwood, and we'll work on that on the next episode of Pyre the Stream Edition, which will be happening tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got one right left before the end of the first cycle. Well, technically it's two, but the second one is the final right, and those ones are a little special. So that'll be happening when we get back here tomorrow. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Yes, Happy Remembrance Day and Veterans Day, depending on which one you celebrate. I'm more inclined for the one that doesn't throw 400 years of Native American history under the bus, but that's just my opinion.